Well, let's jump right back in here with a question that we received via text. And it reads, in Matthew 20, verses 18 and 19, and 1 Corinthians chapter 15, 3 and 4, it says Jesus will be resurrected on the third day. When I calculate the days Friday to Sunday, it is not adding up to the third day. Was Jesus resurrected on the third day, as he said? Dr. Waleem, why don't you help us out with this and help us navigate the Word of God with this question here?
Sure. Yeah, I think the viewer is probably quoting Mark chapter 9,
Okay.
beginning with verse 30 and 31. It says, and I'm reading also from the New King James Version, Mark 9, 30 and 31. It says, then they, referring to Jesus and his disciples, departed from there and passed through Galilee, and he did not want anyone to know it. For he taught his disciples and said to them, the Son of Man is being betrayed into the hands of men, and they will kill him. And after he is killed, he will rise the third day. And verse 32, it also explains that they did, referring to the disciples, did not understand this saying and were afraid to ask him. There are also, actually, if you look at these, chapter 8, 9, and 10 in Mark, Jesus warned his disciples 3 times about his death. And here it says he would be raised on third day. Paul in 1 Corinthians 15 also mentions that. But let's look at Luke chapter 23.
Okay.
Beginning with verse 54. And this is at the time of Jesus' death. And of course, there were women there who had come. And after he was buried in the tomb, it says, verse 54, the day was the preparation and the Sabbath drew near. So these are 2 days mentioned here, the preparation day for the Sabbath and the seventh day Sabbath, which is Saturday in Jewish reckoning. And then it says that verse 56, they, referring to the women, after seeing where the body was laid, they returned and prepared spices and fragrant oils, and they rested on the Sabbath according to the commandment. So those are 2 days right there, Friday and Sabbath. And then chapter 24, the very next verse actually in Luke, verse 1, now on the first day of the week, very early in the morning, they and certain other women with them came to the tomb, bringing the spices which they had prepared. Verse 2, but they found the stone rolled away from the tomb. So they come to the tomb, they find the stone rolled away. Of course, Jesus' body is not there to anoint because he's resurrected. And in fact, verse 5, those who were at the angels, those in shining garments, verse 4 says, said to the women, why do you seek the living among the dead? Verse 6, he is not here, but is risen. Remember how he spoke to you when he was still in Galilee. Verse 7, saying, the Son of Man must be delivered into the hands of sinful men, be crucified, and the third day rise again. So here in the same context, we have all 3 days mentioned, and the third day here is actually the first day of the week, which is Sunday morning when Jesus was resurrected. What's important, why is it called the third day? Well, of course, the first day is Friday, second day Sabbath, and third day is the Sunday. But a more important reason is what Paul mentions in 1 Corinthians 15, that it is according to the scriptures that he would be resurrected the third day. So his resurrection was not only on the third day, but it was fulfilling prophecy that he would be resurrected on the third day. And that's there are many prophecies in the Old Testament about Jesus' death, resurrection. Dr. Tapp mentioned one in Isaiah 53, one of the most powerful ones. Another one, Daniel 9, verses 25 and 26, where Jesus it's said that the Messiah would be cut off, but not for himself. It was for us that he died, lived, died, and was resurrected. And that gives us hope.